You're listening to the Midday Show on KEXP Seattle. You can find us online around the world at kexp.org. And very excited to have an old friend that hasn't been here for a very long time in studio. It's Badly Drawn Boy. Welcome.
Hi, Cheryl. You all right?
Great to see you, and take it away.
When we pulled up outside, I just remembered it. It's like, I've not been for a long time, but I'm going to play. I did a soundtrack last year to a film called The Fattest Man in Britain, which everyone laughs at, but it's a really sad story about this guy. It's a true story as well. So this is the title song from the soundtrack. It came out like last December, so it's called Is There Nothing We Could Do? Rushing round in circles to brighten all the corners, busy making friends with all your enemies. You finger through your Bible whilst looking through your window. Look you gave erased 1,000 memories. Ooh, I'm sorry. Ooh, I am sorry. This page in your story won't turn. Who am I to ask you why you feel the way you do? If you feel the way you do, is there nothing we could do? And with advice I'd warn her, don't idolize your neighbor. Maybe something else is the enemy. But who put out the fire? What you asking me for? The simple things you need for a remedy. Ooh, I'm sorry. Ooh, I am sorry. This page in your story won't turn. Who am I to ask you why you feel the way you do? If you feel the way you do, is there something we could do? If only you could know there is life through your window. Oh, but even so, I don't know, where would you go? But the time you waste would still turn into memories. Who am I to ask you why you feel the way you do? If you feel the way you do, is there nothing we could do? Couldn't you just ask me why you feel the way you do? There's one thing I'd say to you, there must be something we could do. Just go ahead and ask me the question.
Badly Drawn Boy live on KEXP. It's so great to hear you in studio here again.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so happy that you played that song. I definitely want to talk about your new album, but we know that so you can do music for film. And
I don't want to talk about the new album if you don't mind.
You don't?
No, I'm joking.
Okay. But you did that last album, the one that you just played the song from, for television, and we know how well you can do music for film. Obviously, you enjoy it. You're so good at it. But what are some of the challenges and some of the things you really enjoy about making music for a visual format?
It's just a bit of a thrill in a way. Like I did the About a Boy film. That was the first one I did, which was effectively my second album. It just makes you write songs that you wouldn't otherwise write, and that for me that's a great thing. It's just like that song there I wouldn't have written if it wasn't for the subject of the film that came out last year. And there's another song I might play from the soundtrack last year as well, which is one of my favourite songs, but it's based on the story. So I just like the fact that it inspires you in a different way, because a lot of my music is so kind of personal, and the reason I struggle with it sometimes is because it's so personal. So because it's kind of letting your heart out into the world, and And it's nice when people appreciate it, but I sometimes on stage even I can't do certain songs because they make me feel terrible. But that's the way it is. I don't mind that. That's the way it's meant to be. That's what makes me a creative kind of person, because I need to somehow express my feelings. Like the new album's called "It's What I'm Thinking." Because of that, it's a collection of my thoughts. So that's why I decided to call it that, because that's all this has ever been, is me expressing my thoughts and boring people to death all over the world with my inner feelings.
We'd love to hear another song. Do you have something from the new album?
I can do one off the new album, yeah. This song, do you mind if I play one more off the soundtrack?
Oh no, we'd love to.
Well, because in the story, there's a young girl and she has a baby, but it doesn't live very long. It's quite a sad thing, and she names it after this guy, the fat guy. She named it George, and she writes him a letter and says, "I named the baby after you," and it turns his life around. It kind of saves his life, even though another life was lost. So I wrote a song called "I'll Carry On," which is one of my favourites because it's, again, a song I would never otherwise have written. So it's kind of a narrative to the baby, and then the narrative to the fat guy at the end. So I'll do that one.
Okay.
I tried so hard, but in the end I let you down. You always will be with me, I will wear your crown. A time so brief from cradle to the grave. I feel like giving in, but for you I know I must be brave and carry on, carry on. Just for you I'll carry on. They said that I could hold you for a little while, just time to kiss those lips that one day would make us smile. I don't know what was going through my mind to find the kind of strength that you should never have to find. To let you go, let you go, let him go, I let him go. And in the time we had, I blessed him with your name. Now that he is gone, this life won't be the same. I ask of you to help me carry on. If you ever need a reason, let this reason be the one. To carry on, carry on, carry on. I'll carry on, carry on, carry on. Just for you I'll carry on.
It's Badly Drawn Boy live on KEXP, and those last two songs from the album, Is There Nothing We Could Do?
Yeah.
That came out last December and inspired by the television film, is it The Fattest Man in Britain?
Yeah, The Fattest Man in Britain. It was written by an amazing woman called Caroline Aherne. She's very famous in England. She's a comedy writer, but it's one of the saddest things she's written, based on a true story. And Jeff Pope, he produced it and he co-wrote it with her, and they contacted me to... we had dinner together and they said, would you do some songs for this? So it was brilliant because it got me back working in the studio, because I had a bit of a 2-year break where I couldn't face making music anymore. So it got me back in, and then that led to this new album as well, because it made me think I've got to keep doing this, because otherwise I'm not very happy when I'm not doing music. It's been one of the things that's kind of saved me over the years from going crazy. It kind of makes me sane, but drives me insane at the same time.
If you feel like saying what was going on for you that made it difficult to make music for a couple of years.
It was mainly because I had a lot of work done on my kitchen at home. So the whole house was turned upside down for a while, and that's where I write, in the kitchen. So when the work was done, it took about 6 months. We had to rebuild the whole back of the house, and so I couldn't write. I always bring this analogy. My brother-in-law worked at The Simpsons for like 10 years. He was like a producer of The Simpsons, and there was one of the main writers there had this coffee shop in LA that he used to write in, and the coffee shop was closed down, and he couldn't write anymore, so he had a replica of the coffee shop made in his backyard, just so he could write again. So I kind of compare it to that, because when the kitchen was upturned, I couldn't write for a while, but it was other things as well. There was a lot of other circumstances, but I'm back now, so it's fine.
And after you worked on this television film, how did you get started, and what were your thoughts behind making the new album? Because I heard that it's possibly going to be a 3-part album.
Yeah, I'm starting to regret that I've announced a trilogy, because I've not finished it yet. But the reason why I was recording this album from January to May, but I looked at the receipts for the studio, and we were in there for 40 days, and I recorded like 30 songs in 40 days, so that was pretty good going. But the first 10 that were finished were the ones that made this. It's What I'm Thinking, Part 1. And then I thought to myself, what I normally do is try and finish everything, drive myself mad, and try and pick the songs that I like best or what other people like, and that whole process just drives me mad. So I thought for once I'd make it easy, just pick the first songs that were finished and then return to the others and finish them, and call it a trilogy. But I haven't got a real plan for it. The plan is there is no plan, like Fight Club. The first rule is there are no rules. So I've announced it's an incentive for me to work, to keep working. So that's the reason I've announced the trilogy. I may not finish it. I might get bored. Other people might get bored before I do. So
I love that it's an incentive, like they say, get a triathlon on your schedule in the future so you'll keep working out or something. And for you, musically.
For me, it's a selfish kind of a device to just impose on myself to try and be more prolific, because that's what I like to be. I just want to put more music out there, just for fun. Just because I think I've got a lot of songs left in me, I think, and I've only written a few that I think are really good, and I've got more that I could offer, I'm sure. So I just want to impose that on myself.
Well, we got a few more you want to play today?
No.
You're all done, that's it. Tonight at the Triple Door, Badly Drawn Boy, and live here today on KEXP.
So I'll play one from the new album then.
Okay.
This is like the oldest song, not the oldest song I ever wrote, but the oldest song that I've recorded that I wrote. I wrote this in 1994 when I was like 24. I can't remember those days. I used to work at my mum and dad's printing workshop, and we used to set up amps after we finished work. And me and a few friends, an ex-girlfriend of mine, she co-wrote this song, and it's called This Electric. I don't know what it's about or what it means, but I just like the vibe of it. I'll just get on with it. Sorry. Are you sure to be the one? Well, this must be the place. The sun in my eyes, I will sacrifice. Hold on with your arms. Ooh, 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 ooh. Sunrise, moonshine, starlight. That's what I need this electric for. tried to give this a name, chasing all miracles, afraid of nothing, finding something. Take a hold with your hands. Sunrise, moonshine, starlight. That's what I need this electric for. It's in the place where you're standing. Look in the place where you're standing. Start in the place where you're standing. It's in the place where you're standing. You don't know what I can see. Not you or I could have planned it. And I don't know what you can see from in the place where you're standing. Sunrise, moonshine, starlight. That's what I need this electric for. Electric for.
Badly Drawn Boy live on KEXP with a new album out. It's What I'm Thinking, Part 1. Photographing snowflakes, you know, they say no two are alike.
I believe so, yeah, like fingerprints. Yeah.
How about one more song?
Oh, do I have to?
Everybody's shaking their head, yes. You've only written like 800 songs.
Yeah, I've written quite a lot now. It's making it more difficult in a way, because on tour, there's so many songs to choose from now, like 7 albums worth, and there's also about another 1,000 songs that I've never released that I can play as well. But
so how do you even approach that?
I just ask the audience what they want to hear most nights. I mean, I've not really been promoting the new album as such. I've played a few songs on the road, 2 or 3 maybe off the new album, but most of it's just songs people want to hear. So,
well, we won't force you, but if we can get you to play one more, play whatever you like.
Well, this one is a song called "You Were Right." It was my biggest hit. It got to number 9 in the charts in England, off the album "Have You Fed the Fish?" And I've been playing this a lot recently because it's a song about how I feel about the whole situation, like guilty about going away from home, leaving the kids, my girlfriend. We're not married, but we may as well be. We've been together 15 years or something. And this song summarises how I feel about the whole situation of writing songs, taking me away from home. I think it's the best song I ever wrote, really, so I'm going to do this. And at the end, the audience always join in with a whistle solo, because I can never make it. I always start laughing. So I think it's an appropriate one to end on. And you were right to bide your time and not buy into my misery. Well, the good things are never free. Do the colours of the rainbow look the same to everyone? And I was rushing round in circles for a reason to believe. Wipe the slime from off your sleeve. You could follow me for weeks, and I'm not going anywhere. Well, sometimes it's hard to love someone until the day that they are gone. And had a dream the other night. I was married to the Queen, and Madonna lived next door. I think she took a shine to me, and the kids were all grown up. But I had to turn her down, 'cause I was still in love with you. I'm turning Madonna down and calling it my best move. I'll get her tickets to what she needs. I remember doing nothing on the night Sinatra died, and the night Jeff Buckley died, and the night Kurt Cobain died, and the night John Lennon died. I remember I stayed up to watch the news with everyone. Well, that was a lot of nights. That was a lot of lives who lost the tickets to what they need. And I was busy finding answers while you got on with real life. And I my wife, but I never found the time for the question to arrive. I just disguised it in a song. And songs are never quite the answer, just the soundtrack to a life that is over all too soon. Helps to turn the days to night, while I was wrong and you were right. Well, this was a lesson learned. I'm happy to be your fool. Get you tickets to what you need. Here's the solo. Let's do one more. I'm turning the lights down low. I'm ready to make my move. I'll get you tickets to what you need. Thank you.
It's Badly Drawn Boy live on KEXP. I would have helped you out there, but I was giggling. So
Every night I say to the audience, don't laugh, don't laugh.
Well, you're playing tonight at the Triple Door, and some wonderful music, undoubtedly, lots of humor and good stories, and everyone should pucker up and practice. They can help you out.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully.
Damon, it's always great to see you. Thank you so much for coming by today.
I appreciate you having me in again. Thank you very much.
It's Badly Drawn Boy live on KEXP Seattle.